Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Tuesday, September 20th, 2022, a little after 3 p.m. Eastern. Our fundraising for our base of operation is skipping along. We'll update everybody tomorrow night on the TFCC call on what we've been doing and where we're going, amongst other things. In the beginning of any truly awesome venture in this life, we first need a reason or motivation for going. We need a desire to move us forward no matter what challenges or obstacles may come our way. To find the enlightened manifestor within you is like finding a secret palace in the Himalaya mountains that is entirely made of gold and blue diamonds. There is every possibility on the journey that you will be stopped, feel blocked, and become deeply distracted by something more appealing along the way. It is a great chance that you will be enticed with seeing something so seductive and exciting that you may forget that the Golden Palace existed at all and think it was just some far-off fantasy and call off your entire search to find it. To gather up motivation, energy, and discipline for this 52-mile mountainous adventure on foot, you first need to dive deep inside yourself and ask for real guidance. You start right now with looking within and asking to meet with your unstoppable true nature. If you wish to discover a truly magical life that you love, the first destination is to go deep within you and find that which does not die. In other words, go within and meet the God that you are. The journey into the core of your being may seem impossible since you are already here in some way. Yet it is the discovery that always continues to reveal itself in a new, outrageous way. The finding of your deepest inner truth, your authentic self, and your real true nature is one that you'll cherish for lifetimes. When you find your greatest potentiality, every other goal in life seems pale in comparison. This adventure into the core of you, where you'll reveal your soul's unlimited energy, is the same place you'll discover the divine power to reap the harvest of your life's greatest dreams. Everything you see is the result of your thoughts. There is no exception to this fact. Everything you see is the result of your thoughts. There is no exception to this fact. Course in Miracles. Set the intention right now. I was talking with someone earlier this morning, and they were talking about, wanting to have a certain kind of wedding and cost and expense, and it was funny because it didn't register with her. I said, intend it. She goes, well, yeah, and she wasn't focused. I said, all you have to do is intend it and stay out of your own way. Intend what you want. Manifest it. You'll notice that as time progresses, more and more people will be saying that. And it won't be a joke. it'll be sincere. Why don't you just manifest it? You set the intention right now to dive deeper into your innermost core this week, and that each day you'll be going deeper than you've ever gone before. You'll need to know and trust that you can truly relax and be quite quiet enough to find it. Excuse me. It is the energy of trust that is essential for your highest experience of existence. Totally trusting the process of relaxation, letting go of resistance to it, is absolutely necessary. Totally trusting the process of relaxation and letting go of resistance to it is absolutely necessary. It is that free soul who has unlimited perceptions about reality and no limits on what is actually possible and impossible. The type of mind, this type of mind, has to trust existence to survive. To access the most magical foundation within your being, you'll simply need to do the easiest thing in the world. Relax and become very still. You'll need to let go of all your efforting and just do nothing. Now, you may think you need to hold your mind still in such a way that it no longer is moving at all. Yet this may only make the mind more jumpy. When you simply practice letting go, letting everything in the universe be exactly the way it is, you'll feel a subtle calm sensation in your heart. And something will tell you that everything is perfectly okay. Eventually, the mind will relax and find peace, which will allow you to rest and fall into the innermost core of your being. The most amazing things manifest in this life the very moment we let go and we get our minds out of the way and open ourselves up to being fully in this eternal moment of now. For some people, a universal understanding of life instantly begins flooding the mind. Your body may feel tight and tense right now. Yet when you relax into the innermost center of your being, the God, you'll find that all tension instantly melts away. The key is to learn how to relax deeper into the now and trust that your soul's true infinite existence will guide you and show you the way to let go and find a greater trust in this life. When you trust that the universe never makes mistakes, that it knows no limits to how far it reaches into you, and it always is creating everything totally perfect in every way, we start to see that life is divinely perfect exactly as it is. When we realize the perfection that life already contains, then we will stop fighting it. It is only through the energy of trusting in the divine perfection that you can relax all internal efforting and dive deep enough inside to access the innermost core of your being. The center of your being is where all your real power is found. It is your real magic wand that can create anything you desire. It is the place where this entire universe we are creating in each moment is designed. When we go to where the source of where our thoughts are radiating from, we become the source of life itself. The day we are in touch with the core of what we are, we will be able to grow new roots for stability in our lives and branch out into the skies of our true unlimited potentiality. Know that the self is the rider and the body the chariot. The intellect is the character, or the charioteer, and the mind the reins. The senses, say the wise, are the horses. The roads they travel are the mazes of desire. The wise call the self the enjoyer when it is united with the body. The senses and the mind. Bhagavad Gita. Know that the self is the rider and the body the chariot. The intellect is the charioteer and the mind the reins. The senses, say the wise, are the horses. The roads they travel are the mazes of desire. The wise call the self the enjoyer when it is united with the body, the senses, and the mind. We all have a magical core, and it is buried deep and is hidden beneath layers of beliefs, memories, and ideas about who we are. It is not necessarily at the core of our physical body, yet is at the core of our being. To find this place, our body must be totally relaxed and at ease. When this occurs, our mind and all of its layers of thoughts fall away. We must choose to totally be willing to surrender to this experience of our life in this now moment for total relaxation to take place. When the mind simply lets go of all its planning, scheming, and efforting, our bodies will naturally become completely at ease with our core presents itself to us. It's good to know that our minds are our ticket to prison or freedom. By understanding that we don't know everything there is to know just yet, we open our minds to an entirely new world of possibility. One of them is that we are living in a super powerful manifesting vehicle in a multi-dimensional, infinite universe which has unlimited potentiality and energy to create anything. Let this idea open your mind right now. Drop all limited perceptions you used to have about what is possible and what is not. This is the greatest opportunity of a lifetime, to be open to that anything is possible. Allow this moment to sink down into your body. Follow it into your deepest, innermost essence, or you can relax and connect with the most fertile soil, your soul. Our core essence is the only place we can experience the truth of who we are. It is where we will know ourselves as divine. It's not through a new idea presented by the mind that we will uncover this awesome discovery. It is only through the heart of our presence, the spiritual source of you, where you can reveal the only thing that is truly real. Now, it's not hard to do. It's a simple exploration that only a childlike curiosity can handle. So look deeply inside. You are this true essence already. It is what you've been searching for your entire life, and many others. It is so close to you that if you were using the mind at all, you'll miss it. Now, this profound inner experience doesn't happen by thinking about it or trying to make it happen. In fact, it's just the opposite. You drop into it when you have let go of all efforting, completely stopped thinking, and simply start resting and relaxing into your innermost being. It's not through your head that the real answers in this life are found, but your heart that you can experience enlightenment. A cosmic creative energy rushes in the instant you let go of using your brain to try to attain it. And relax your body into whatever you are right now. Now, you may not understand this completely, yet the greatest opportunity of a lifetime is to simply be here now. We may not understand this completely, yet the greatest opportunity of a lifetime is simply to be here now. When we allow this moment to sink into our bodies, we become complete with this life, and life becomes complete with us. We instantly fall into ourselves again and again and again. We discover that our deepest, innermost essence was always here. And to connect with it is as simple as passing a rake over the fertile soil, your soul. Simply reach down and touch the dirt, and you'll discover the magical core of your being instantly. We can instantly realize that we are and always were intimately connected with an all-powerful, intelligent energy that is already helping us manifest everything we desire. We are already magical. We are already a manifesting being who was simply conditioned and programmed by parents, siblings, schools, teachers, TV, and media to think that we are not. Once we know that we are very, very, very powerful, we don't have to exercise this power. We can simply manifest anything we want at any moment. Since most people around us are most likely still asleep to this knowledge, it will take every bone in our bodies to create the strength needed to wake ourselves up completely to it. Almost every human being on this earth becomes lost in the illusions and beliefs of others. We came into this incarnation with blinding past karma to clear away, and are thus deeply unaware that there is a great divine source emanating already within our very being. When the mind is habitually distracted by thoughts, constantly getting lost in a vast sea of things, ideas, future concepts, and memory, it forgets the real reason we are here. To find that golden castle hidden deep in the hills. Yet sometimes, even though you may think you are sidetracked, if you have not totally forgotten the possibility that there is a greater power inside you in this now moment, you are almost all the way home. You just need to make it your number one priority if you wish to access it 24 hours a day. The only way we could possibly miss finding the magical core of our being is by being distracted by some thought inside the mind. There are many things that the mind believes is more amazing and will do anything to get us there. It will want to work harder to get us there, and yet once it arrives, it will doubt that we have arrived. When we are living up in our heads, always following the mind, imagining this and that, we will feel lost. This is normal and the right experience for those who live in between their ears. When we are connecting with our innermost magical being, the mind seems like a dry, thirsty desert, and we are already swimming in the vast ocean. When we've arrived at our magical core, we will notice that the images in our minds will change. Yet we will always feel connected at our core to the source of this life, of life. We will feel free from the mind, and yet able to use the mind to redirect us back into this magical core essence of who and what we are. Accessing our magical core is not about creating a new experience of you or a bigger understanding of who you are. It's more simple than that. It's all about diving into what your experience of this life is, as it is right now. You don't realize how much you are trapped up in your head. Thoughts are always flying by, and you're still attempting to deal with them. Don't touch the thoughts. Just watch them like they were clouds far, far, far away. When this life gives us a great challenge, such as how to master our minds, the best way we can meet this divine opportunity is to just feel calm, relaxed, and at ease inside. Know that practicing this in itself will master the mind. The day we can remain truly relaxed all the way to our core, all day long, then we will know we have arrived. The magical core of our innermost being is found through this infinite dive. Is found through this infinite dive deeper and deeper and deeper inside you. It is the most sacred and awesome thing any of us can explore with our lives in this universe. Reality comes shining through when we return to what is real. Reality comes shining through when we return to what is real. What is real? the innermost core of your being is actually the only thing that is real. Everything else is transitory. The mind and its excessive worry-filled imagination was your everyday reality, yet could change as swiftly into a cosmic consciousness with your next breath of air. All it needs is a tiny opening in the door of your being. The very moment your mind has found the source of stillness inside you, you will know this truth. This innermost core of your being is the final frontier we all are here to explore. At the core of all of us is the spiritual source of existence. It is what gives us life, breathes life through us, and is the reason of all enjoyment, pleasure, and freedom from suffering. It is what we really are when the continuous mind chatter gets quiet. When we truly explore the source from where every little thought arises, we simply experience a unique yet eternal expression of ourselves. We'll call our beingness. The result is absolute freedom and the realization that we always had the option to be free from suffering, and will have that option forevermore. When we do arrive at the core of our being, we authentically feel in touch with everything in this life. There is this 100% honest relationship that naturally happens with others. And you cannot lie to anyone or anything. You are with yourself in a way that you can only speak your greatest possible truth. If you would lie about something, you'd instantly feel a great disconnect and subtle pain with your core. A small fib makes you feel a million miles away from home and living on some imaginary cloud made of unstable thoughts. It is only when we speak out truth, dive into feeling the truth of who we are, and live from this radical honesty, that the magical core is naturally revealed. Receptivity is your personal effort. You must choose not to try to do anything else, for in fact, you can't do anything else. If we are standing in darkness and do our part by opening the door, the light rushes in to meet us. Vernon Howard. We all are living in a world filled with energy and information that is extremely impermanent and constantly changing. Our bodies, our houses, our kids won't look the same in 10 years, not to mention the next 40 years, unless we establish a deep connection with the spiritual source of infinite energy inside. Once we do, our bodies will exist in a state of absolute health and vitality forever, forever, forever. Our great ancestors did this, and they lived to be over 900 years old. thousands of years old. Now, if you don't believe me, check it out. The unlimited potential energy is always inside us at the core and is ready for us to reveal ourselves to it right now. Massive positive change begins with one simple choice. The decisions to relax deeply into the experience we all are having right now. Once we consciously and continuously choose this, we can release our rushing habit and lifestyle that believes there's somewhere better than here now. Only then can you access the ability to give yourself permission to relax. When you have no concept of time and are truly honoring the timeless, eternal being that you are, you can actually relax into the core of your innermost being. Notice how you push and pull against time in your life. How do you force life to be something other than what you are? How are your relationships with people, situations, money, job, and yourself? Is it stressful? How often do you go with the flow or struggle to move upstream? Just notice what your relationship is like with time and what type of relationship with time that you can have that will truly satisfy you. If you are used to thinking, how can I get more of XYZ and get away from ABC? Then you'll never find the golden palace with its diamond floors and walls. Even when your desires get manifested, the ego is pleased just momentarily. What does it feel like to release the idea that your desires need to be achieved at a certain time and move into the present moment of feeling what is my experience of this life in this now moment? When we are simply here now, the blissful peace and a magical stillness arises within our very being. When the mind is silent, not asking but receiving life, the Shakti energy has nowhere else to go but into you. Because you, all of us, are now here in stillness. We can maintain the deep stillness inside for several weeks, months, or even years, depending on how much internal, mental, and emotional negative thinking habits we've stopped analyzing and repressing on the inside and started letting them fully go as they arrive. By abiding in this space of stillness inside, something magical occurs along the way. We start seeing our dreams and desires become manifested before our very eyes. By staying present to the now, paying close attention to the innermost core of your being, watching the mind play out its drama, and not being attached to the scenes, you become an exotic master of your life. The twisted truth of all of this is that if we can just relax, we simply cannot miss the magical core of our innermost being. There may be lifetimes of issues in our way. Yet we don't have to figure them all out to drop into a state of relaxation inside. Once we realize that our minds have been working so hard, trying to achieve so much in the outer world by strategizing, analyzing, and constantly efforting, we simply let it go. Then we just relax into our core and see the powerful manifestors we already are. Trying to achieve so much in the outer world by strategizing, analyzing, and constantly efforting, we simply let it go. Then we just relax into our core and see the all-powerful manifestors we already are. Sometimes our innermost magical core may be buried underneath layers of resistance that cannot be easily moved. Yet, we can start to uncover the surface by asking ourselves those things that we most need to know. Try on these questions and see how they hit you. How can you best contribute to others on this planet? What can you do to make life purely enjoyable all the time? What changes can you make in you so that your love life really shines? When you start to dig inside you and find out why you are here, what your contribution is to this world, you'll have to pass by that which is already at the innermost core of your being. The bigger truth is that every obstacle in our lives are a ticket home to ourselves. Whether we like our lives or not is always a choice of perception and attitude towards them. When we set aside those negative fear-based thoughts that have been sending our minds into doubt, worry, and skepticism, and consciously move closer to this place of a quiet mind within ourselves, we will relax. And once we relax into the softest, most gentle, and quietest place, we will soon find the innermost core of our being. When we are able to clearly be quiet, speak our truth, and not be afraid of our greatest energy, we will wake up in the golden castle and realize that we were living here all along. Knowledge of the self is the mother of all knowledge. So it is incumbent on me to know myself, to know it completely, to know its minute, its characteristics, its subtleties, and its very atoms. Kahil Gibran. In this moment, in your body, right here and now, look inside towards the source of your thoughts. Where is this thought coming from? Keep looking within. Do not give up. Eventually, you'll connect with your spiritual source. Does this place feel more connected to the core of your innermost being? It's where you get to shape and redirect the experiences you want to create. What would your week look like if you started every day from this space inside your being that is all powerful and conscious all the time? Now, there are meditations, all right, guided meditation for revealing your innermost core. So you can do is sit very still and breathe consciously. Say the word ah for 10 to 15 minutes. For revealing your innermost core, sit very still and breathe consciously. Say the word ah for 10 to 15 minutes. Let the sound come out each time as if it were a long sigh of great relief. Relax inside your body. Let your mind gently quiet. Release any need to do this exercise right, or in a certain amount of time, or whatever the mind may tend to dwell on. Meditate on these 4 words when your mind wanders. Okay? Meditate on these 4 words when your mind wanders. Unfocused mind experiencing presence. Meditate on those 4 words when your mind wanders. Unfocused mind experiencing presence. Practice this twice a day. Do it for the next 3 weeks. Let go of your other agendas and know this is the most magical, transformational thing you can do to awaken your life. Everything, every single thing is within us. So you could say that the reason we came here was to discover the God within these bodies, master the ego mind. So we guide the ego mind through the heart mind. So we master them, right? And we learn, experience that we are immortal supreme beings and we're the only thing that's real. Because nothing else is. And then people would say, well, how do you know that? Because everything that's unreal is always changing. Your body that you're in is always changing. Everything outside of you is always changing. Right? Now, every person you meet, the bodies are always changing. Nothing stays the same. And it never will. But you, the God in that body, never changes because it's divine perfection. And it is the only thing that is real. That's quite interesting, isn't it? Now, the ego mind would tell you, and you would swear to yourself, that is just a bunch of poppycock, because that tree's real. I can touch it, I can feel it, I can smell it, right? This puppy and this dog, all of these things are real. But in actuality, The God within that body is the only thing that's real. Man's chief delusion is his conviction that there are causes other than his own state of consciousness. All that befalls a man, all that is done by him, all that comes from him, happens as a result of his state of consciousness. A man's consciousness is all that he thinks and desires and loves. All that he believes is true and consents to. That is why a change of consciousness is necessary before you can change your outer world. Neville Goddard. Have you ever, and I think a lot of us have visited this, right? You might be contemplating and you say, why does one person walking down a dark alley at night, right, okay, will get mugged, right, and while the previous person goes by untouched? Why is that? There are many different evidence. Bad things may happen to apparently good people, and good things happen to seemingly bad people, all based upon the level of energy that they are vibrating at the time. We are all like these huge, massive radio towers that are constantly transmitting a certain frequency into the universe. Our thoughts and feelings create an energetic vibration that is sent out into the world. This vibration is then reflected back to you by the universe, producing physical results in your personal world. What you send out is exactly what you get back. Our bodies are always sending out a specific frequency of energy. This frequency of energy, our bodies and mind tend to vibrate at, will attract or repel the thing we currently desire. If it is expansive, inspirational, and positive, it will magnetize similar vibrational experiences back to us, such as amazing opportunities, positive-minded people, prosperous situations, and so on. Now, on the other hand, when we are sending out the energy of doubt, frustration, or fear, we tend to magnetize very difficult and challenging experiences that make us suffer endlessly. So in order to manifest what our hearts are yearning for in this life, simply and consistently emit a high positive vibration. This happens by tapping into those thoughts and feelings that make us feel great about this life. Whatever we continuously focus our attention on is what grows and is what we will manifest more of down the road. It's such an ironic thing. So many people struggling, so many people allowing the ego mind to control them, Climb the ladder, climb the ladder, climb the ladder. We were all born as immortal, supreme, manifesting machines. We cannot skip or stop manifesting as long as we have a body. We naturally attract whatever we're focusing our attention upon. Our bodies are like the engine of this magical machine, and our minds the brakes, gas, and steering wheel. The manifesting fuel is spirit, which is something we cannot lose, create, or need to fill up. It is forever flowing inside of us, as us. It is our essential nature. No matter what we do, think, or believe, we can never lose the connection with this divine fuel inside us all. Sure, it can get buried beneath many layers of muck created by the mind. Yet once we investigate the source of any block and truly uncover its mask, we'll discover the block was never real to begin with. It was all imagined. Only passions, real passions, can elevate the soul to great things. Dennis Devereaux. All of our problems are created between our ears. And to go even deeper, as the great master sage Ramana Maharishi once said, all of our problems stem from the belief that we were born. Okay? All of our problems stem from the belief that we were born. We are eternal beings that cannot die. So truly, we were never born. All attachment to these bodies, these minds, these beliefs that we were born imply that we are separate from our spiritual source. To step into the all-powerful, supreme manifesting beings we all truly are, we simply surrender all false ideas and be one with this source. As we devote ourselves to knowing ourselves as the divine, all-powerful, manifesting beings we truly are, we will see that everything and anything is possible. The great manifesting master is ready to be integrated into all of our lives. The more understanding we have about the basics and foundational manifesting principles, the easier it is to discover the manifesting master within and experience the magic everywhere we go. We all know that we always attract exactly what we most need to know and experience. Some experiences we have in this life are simply old repressed thought forms trying to bubble up from the depths of our subconscious to be healed and liberated. Whatever experience we manifest in this life is ours and a result of our thoughts, feelings, and energetic frequency. The fact that we are literally listening to this guided meditation right now means we are ready to receive it. When we are able to keep our minds on what we truly desire for even a few minutes a day, we will manifest it into our lives at the speed of light. Learning how to hold your attention on one thing in a focused and yet non-rigid way for an extended period of time is our first manifesting discovery. Discovering the spiritual being within us is the absolute key to cultivating this focused attention. What is most needed to achieve this monumental feat is a gentle, curious, and constant exploration of the truth of who and what we really are. This is something that cannot be described in words, yet the adventure to reveal this great gem within it is why we are all actually here. I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close us out. Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose, and an easy and slow breath out of the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Remain still. Open up to genuine love. Being in love is not fighting, controlling, or trying to manipulate what is. When we are in love, we are in alignment with what is. This kind of love does not cling to anything or want to change anybody, including yourself. It fully embraces whatever shows up, no matter what the form. Living in this love, we feel free from all expectations, demands, and assumptions. We are naturally generous, infinitely patient, and effortlessly kind. This kind of love is not far away from any of us. We will find this divine state of pure being the very moment we let go of it all and relax into ourselves completely. It is time to celebrate because this amazing love is already here. It is who and what we are inside every cell in our body. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and the following morning. And we will return here Wednesday, September 21st, 2:22, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call, and 9 p.m. Eastern to continue our Time for Change call.